Alright, welcome back, y'all. This is Baxter's Cooking Lessons in Baxter's Kitchen. 2 nights before Christmas, so we have a awesome show for you together that I am about to throw down with. We are going to do a chicken and andouille gumbo. So, I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm rather quick, so pay attention. And I'm going to do the best I can to show you the culinary skills that I have. Alright, I got my pot going and I got some grease, actually avocado oil. It's high temperature proof, but you can use whatever you'd like. The avocado is healthy, or you can use olive oil or whatever you have on hand. I usually like it on 7. You can do it a little lower or higher depending on how fast you're going to do this. And I have about 2 tablespoons of oil. I am like old Justin Wilson. I don't really measure anything, so I just go by sight. Put a little bit of this in there. We have that going, so that'll get the roux going. We'll have the roux cooking as we go. Remember, I told you in our first video about the wooden spoons. I like to use wooden spoons. And I will have to leave camera for a second because I forgot to keep my wooden spoon on hand. Always keep a rag. Bam. Got my rag here. Got this one. Watch the head. Alright, so we got the roux going. You want it to look kind of like lava. You want it to have a little bit of consistency. I'll have to wait until I get a camera guy so I can have someone actually come in and zoom in on what I am actually doing here. I'll kind of show you in the pot so you can see the consistency. I have that going, and while I have that going, I'll cut the onion. We'll do this onion. I'll show you. Always take your hands and tuck them back under like this, almost as if you're clawing someone. When you grab the onion, you want to hold it like that. I see people do it like this all the time, and that is a perfect way for the knife to slip and slice your finger wide open. So culinary arts teaches you the proper way, and then I will teach you the proper way as well, the way that I was taught. Always hold it like that in case the knife does slip, which it can do. I don't care how long you've been doing it. And it's also recommended that you use a cutting glove, which mine is actually packed away in my offshore bags. So we'll take that, cut that in half. I like to cut them in half. So then that way you have the skin peels right off and you have nothing but onion. Take your hand, boom, boom, boom. Cut in about 1/4 inch slices. That way you cut it one way, that way. You can flip it around and you cut it like this. Bam, 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 and it's already prepped and ready to go. You may miss a couple toward the end because it likes to slip when you get there. And you see that's a nice size red onion that we're using. Boom, boom, boom. Keeping my fingers tucked. Bam, there you go. Onions cut and ready to go. We'll check over here on the roux. You want that roux to get a nice little color. The darker you let it get, it's almost like a blackened roux. You got to be very careful because if it burns the bottom of it too much, you got to be a professional like I. But if you do it too much and too high and you burn it, it's over with. That roux will be burnt and it'll never taste the same. So we have that going. While we're doing that, I'll tuck these onions here in a bowl. That way I can dump them in once that roux gets nice and ready. We'll have that sauteed down. Bam. Have that ready to go. I have some green onions. I have some Italian parsley. You'll notice I like the Italian parsley. It's very good. All we're going to use in this is a red onion. We have fresh garlic, green onion, Italian parsley, Kaneka sausage, and chicken thighs. I like to use the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Less fat, and it's a very good meat. So we have this going. Check on that. I will, while we're waiting on that, I'll go ahead and cut up the sausage. We'll have that sausage nice and prepped and ready to go. And you know that I like to keep my garbage can right there. Bam. We have the wet, clean rag right here. The color purple, my favorite color. That's the color of royalty. Yes, anything about royalty. Yes, we know about royalty. So we'll leave royalty right here on the counter with us. We'll grab this. I hope everybody is prepared for a beautiful Christmas. We're going to have a nice, awesome Christmas. Or you may do Hanukkah. I don't know, whichever you do, just be blessed and be a light. The world can use some light. Here we go. We'll take this Kaneka sausage, cut it up like this. Nice little 1/4 inch pieces. You can use whatever sausage you like. Myself, I like the Cajun Kaneka sausage. It's got a very good flavor. Actually, while we're doing that, I'll turn this on. We'll get that going. We'll throw a little bit of avocado oil in that. We'll saute. We'll saute down the sausage. Kind of brown that off with the onions and get that ready, because the roux will be ready in a minute. And this meal is a beautiful meal. The taste is to die for. It's a very good meal with actually potato salad. I like to make it with potato salad. Of course, we don't have time to do that right now, but I'm just letting you know that it's very good. Rather than using rice, you can use potato salad and just serve the gumbo right over the potato salad like you would if it was rice. Yes, it's a very good meal. We have this going. As you can see, I'll give you a little peek in a second. As you can see, the roux's changing colors, but right now is a very critical time to watch the bottom of it, because once it starts to cook like that, you are very, very close to messing your whole meal up, because it'll cook very quick. Actually, you can cut it down from 7 to about 6. That way, in case you forget, I have like this sixth sense in my mind when it comes to cooking. I can be doing 1,000 things and bam, I know exactly when to turn it. Gifted from God with that blessing. Can't take credit for that. So we have that going. We'll get that nice and hot. Bam, you can hear that sizzle. That's a beautiful sound. Got that going. We'll put the onions and the sausage over here. Let that start sauteing. And while I'm doing that, you don't have to do this, but I like to take some fresh pepper. Grind you some fresh pepper over that. Bam, we got the fresh pepper going. And we have a little bit of the flavor that I love, which is garlic. It's a brand new container. I'll have to open this up. Just bear with me. Where's my knife? We have a knife right here. Get that opened up. Oh, it was open. It's a brand new one. Take that. Bam. Put you a little bit of garlic powder in with your sausage and your onions as that's sauteing down. Get it start to sizzle. Man, that's beautiful. Look at that. See what I was telling you? That's perfect. Another half a minute, that would have been destroyed. Not even a half a minute. You see the color is getting the color that we need. We probably have to zoom in, but we're getting there. Now we got that going. I'll get my container of water ready. You can use fresh Kentwood, or I use tap water, because guess what? Like the water boy, once it cooks out, you cook out all the bad stuff anyway. So we got that going. We got the sausage over here. You can take and flip it. Gotta be a pro to do that. It's better actually if you have a beveled bottom pan. I'm using this one because it's got the sides on it. You can actually turn that up a little bit. This here is almost the consistency and color that we want. The darker you get it, the better, because once you add your water, you're going to lose color. So you want to get your roux as dark as possible without burning it. So it's called actually a blackened roux. So you see how fast we're doing this? It all comes together. Once you get all of your prepping done, get your roux going, cut all of your seasonings up, 45 minutes you're eating the meal. Bam! 45 minutes, imagine that. And you save yourself a lot of money from going out into a restaurant because you can actually cook it and flavor it the way that you like and your family likes. Everybody's different, but whatever you like. There we go. Got that going. Beautiful. We'll add a little bit of water. Bam, you hear that sizzle? That's love. That is love calling. Love calling. Cut that down to about 5. We got the color that we want. That beautiful dark color. Bam. Look at that beautiful roux. And there you go. We're building Baxter's chicken sausage gumbo. Little Cajun sausage. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We'll get a little more water here. Get that going. And as you see, we got everything. And by the way, forgot to mention this at the top of the video, but if you'll please like and subscribe to this channel, and I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to come to you live and teach you way more, and we'll get to know each other a lot better, right from Baxter's Kitchen. So go ahead, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, tell them to share it with their friends, and who knows what we can do. We will be sharing videos across the world and the globe. So thank you and God bless you for that. I forgot to mention that at the top of the video. We got that going. Bam, look at that. It's a beautiful thing. My grandmother's in heaven looking down now, smiling over me because she taught me a lot of this. My grandmother, when I was a little boy, I had 6 brothers and sisters when I was a little kid. I just loved the idea that I can see my grandmother go in that kitchen and throw together some stuff, and then later on we eat and then bam, you're licking your chops. So about 4 years old, I started, maybe younger, I started pulling the chair up, my grandma Capilano. I'd pull the chair up, big old, back then they had big wooden chairs. I'd pull that big heavy chair up to the stove and climb up there with her wooden spoon and try to taste the meatballs and spaghetti. And she would hit my hand with the wooden spoon. Get away from there, boy. And that's what intrigued me about the cooking. So yes, I've been intrigued by it for a very long time. It's love. I love to cook for people. It's a beautiful thing when you can cook together, throw together a meal, and then serve it to people and see people enjoy it and be filled and merry. That's what I love. So here we go. You hear that going? That's all love. Bam, the roux is cooking down. The beautiful texture. We got that the way we want it. Add the water a little at a time because you don't want to do it too fast because then it'll water down and it won't thicken up, and you want the right consistency. So you add a little bit, little bit, little bit. Basically you're building a meal. That's what we're doing here. Alright, while that's going to get back to boiling, I will take some of the garlic. Remember how I showed you to do the garlic? Take and smash it, so smash it like that with the blade of your knife. Make sure everything is clean. Smash that with the blade of your knife. Bam, you'll hear it crack and smash. And then put it together. Come through like that. Try to keep it. Make sure you have good sharp knife. It helps when you got a good sharp knife. I was watching a video the other day and it sounded like somebody was cutting a piece of wood. It was actually cutting an onion. If your knife is not going through the onion, then you might need to get a better knife. So, there we go. So you see the garlic. Nice and beautiful. There we go. We'll put that in there like that. As you see, no mess. Got onion, garlic, red bell pepper, red onion, Cajun sausage sauteing down. You can see how pretty that is. The roux is gone. Turn this back up. Crank that to about 8. Get that boiling. Got the chicken over here. I'll do some of the Italian pasta. Everything has already been rinsed and it's clean. And the green onions I like to cut up and put in the bowl, and then once you serve it, you can top it with the green onions, not only for decoration, but also for flavor. And you gotta remember, when the food looks good and tastes good, that's a double win. Because you can have something that looks good, but doesn't have any flavor at all. And man, what a sad thing that is. We want it to look good and we want it to taste good too. So we got the Italian parsley here. And when you use fresh seasoning, man, I tell you, it just makes everything so much better. Fresh, homegrown, Louisiana grown products. You can get it in any one of your fresh supermarkets, local markets, or wherever you prefer to shop. I like to support the locals. Small mom and pop businesses. There we go. We'll take that fresh parsley, drop that down in there. Bam. There we go. Look at that. That's ready to go. Take and dump that. And when you're dumping something into a pot, I'll show you a little trick. You take your spoon, put your spoon in the middle of the pot, and that way it'll break any splash that you may have. And you want to get all of that juice out of there, because that's love. That's basically a stock. So what you have there is a fresh stock. Man, if you could wait till we get smell-o-vision. Wow, that is amazing. Now, I got the chicken right here. We got the boneless, skinless thighs that are ready to go. Put those in there. In 45 minutes, guess what? You got a beautiful meal. It's a very good Christmas dish because, let's face it, after Thanksgiving, you got the turkey, you got the melatonin, you got the whatever else y'all have, the macaroni and cheese, the pies. So Christmas, you really don't want to do another turkey, another ham and all of that. And if you do, oh well, fried turkey, however. Myself, I like to do the chicken andouille gumbo for Christmas. And that's just the way that we do it in my family. And here you go. So we have chicken andouille gumbo. You see how long that took us? Remember, subscribe, get other people to subscribe so we can get those 1,000 subscriptions to the Baxter lessons. And I'll be joining you and seeing you again. Everybody have a blessed Merry Christmas. God bless. See you next time.